Good morning, dear students. Yesterday we started with the indices lesson. Today we'll be seeing the next section, cube and cube roots. Before going with cube and cube roots, we'll be doing a quick revision of what we learned in yesterday's lecture. In yesterday's lecture, we did revision of all the indices rules which we learned in 7th standard, which was sent through a video for you all. Let us revise all the indices rules. The first rule says a raised to m into a raised to n is a raised to m plus n. Now here a will be base, m will be the power. Before going with these indices rules, in the video you were explained about the exponential form. In the video you are explained with an example. For example, 8 is 2 into 2 into 2. So 8 can be written as 2 cube. So when you write it in the form of power like this form is called index form, or we also call it exponential form of 8. 8 is 2 raised to 3. Now here 2 will be called as base and 3 will be called as power. 3 is called power, the other name is exponent. Let's take, and it is read as 2 raised to 3 or 2 raised to 3 or cube of 3. We call it as cube of 3. One more example, 5 raised to 4. 5 raised to 4 means 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, 4 times. 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. 5 is called base and 4 is called power. The other word for power is exponent. Now how to read 5 raised to 4? 5 raised to 4 can be read as 5 raised to 4 or 4th power of 5. This is 4th power of 5. It is read like this. Okay. Now we will quickly revise the indices rules and then we will move to the next section. The indices rules which we already learned in 7th standard. The first rule is a raised to m into a raised to n is a raised to m plus n. That means if you have any number, for example 5 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2, the answer will be 5 raised to 3 plus 2. Examples are given in the video, yesterday's video, and also I gave some sums for revision on the similar basis of examples. You have to see the examples and solve those sums, use these properties. Now the second rule is a raised to m divided by a raised to n is a raised to m minus n. When it is a division, you subtract the powers, a raised to m minus n. A into b raised to n is equal to a raised to n into b raised to n. When we have two terms inside with a common power, the power can be given to each term, a raised to n into b raised to n. Then any number raised to 0 is 1. A raised to 0 is 1. If you raise any number with the power 0, the answer becomes 1. A raised to minus n is equal to 1 upon a raised to n. That means if you have a number in the numerator, when it goes in the denominator, the power of that number changes its signs. If it is negative sign up, when it goes in the denominator, it becomes positive. The next rule is a raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to mn. This rule we have used to solve the sums in exercise 3.2. This rule. In exercise 3.2, a upon b raised to m is a raised to m upon b raised to m. And the last property is a upon b raised to minus m will be reciprocal of a upon b, that is b upon a. Reciprocal means you have to reverse it, b upon a, and then the sign changes, b upon a raised to m. Now these all indices rules are already learned in 7th standard. We are revising them. And I gave you some homework also to solve based on this indices rule. Now we'll go to the next exercise, that is exercise 3.3, which is cube and cube roots. When we square a number, we multiply the number 2 times. For example, 4 square is 4 into 4. If I say 9 square is 9 into 9. If I say 11 square is 11 into 11. Similarly, cube means you have to multiply the number 3 times. If I say 2 cube means 2 into 2 into 2. 3 cube means 3 into 3 into 3, 3 times. Okay, so for your homework for today will be, you will be doing exercise 3.3, and apart from this you have to learn cubes of numbers 1 to 20. Okay, we'll be learning squares also of numbers 1 to 20, and also we'll be learning cubes of number 1 to 20. Okay, this is the minimal which all the children should be knowing. Squares of 1 to 20 you have to by heart, and also cubes of 1 to 20 you have to by heart. Okay, let's start with the cube root sum. Find cube root of 8000. 8000 can be written as 20 into 20 into 20. If you'll observe children, we have 3 zeros over here. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And 8 is cube of 2. 2 into 2 into 2. So it is 20 into 20 into 20. That means 8000 is 20 cube. So if 8000 is 20 cube, that means 20 will be cube root of 8000. This cube, when it goes on the other side, it becomes cube root. Okay, so cube root of 8000 will be 20. Now second question is 729. 729 can be written as 9 into 9 into 9. That means 9 cube. So if 729 is 9 cube, that means cube root of 729 will be 9. Next sum is 343. 343 is 7 into 7 into 7, that is 7 cube. So if 343 is 7 cube, that means cube root of 343 will be 7. Okay. Now the next sum says minus 512. Now minus 512 means a negative sign is there. When you have square, one thing you have to note down children, in your column or somewhere, some important place in your notebook, write down and keep that square of every number is positive. Square of every number is positive. Let the number be negative, let the number be positive. Square of every number always positive, because when you do square, you multiply the number 2 times. Into minus will give you plus, plus into plus will give you plus. That means when you multiply the number 2 times, you get the square positive. But when you do cube, imagine 3 minus signs. When you have 3 minus sign, minus into minus becomes plus, and plus with this minus again turns out to be minus. So when you have a cube of negative number, the answer is negative. Okay, so write down 2 points in the column. Square of every number is positive. Cube of any number is negative. Cube of negative number, cube of negative number is negative. Cube of negative number is negative. Cube of any number, if it is positive, it will be positive. Cube of any negative number will be a negative number. Okay, and in turn, what about the square? Square of positive is positive, and square of negative is also positive. Okay, now let's come back to the sum. Minus 512. 512 is 8 into 8 into 8. Sorry, this is writing mistake. 8 into 8 into 8. Okay, it is 8 into 8 into 8. Okay, I did the correction. 5 and 2 is 8 into 8 into 8. So negative 5 and 2 will be minus 8 into minus 8 into minus 8. That is minus 8 cube. So if minus 5 and 2 is minus 8 cube, that means cube root of minus 5 and 2. Again, one more correction over here. Cube root of minus 5 and 2 will be minus 8. Okay. Now see the next sum. Minus 2744. Now 2744, if we factorize like this, if we factorize, you will see we need to make group of 3. 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7. So 2, 7, 4, 4 is 2 into 7, 1 group, 2 into 7, 1 group, and 1 more 2 into 7, 1 more group. Okay, so 2 7s are 14, 2 7s are 14, 2 7s are 14. That means we are having 14 how many times? 3 times. So 2744 is cube of 14. It is cube of 14. You can write here like this, cube of 14. It is 14 ka cube, like this you can write. 2744. Okay, if 2744 is 14 ka cube, 14 cube, that means minus 2744 will be cube of what? Minus 14. Minus 2744 will be minus 14 into minus 14 into minus 14. That is minus 14 cube. So cube root of minus 2744 will be minus 14. Okay. Now in the next sum, that is question number 6, we have 32768. Now it's quite a large number, so we have started with the factorization. Okay, and we started with 2. We usually start prime factorization with 2. 2, 2, 2. If you see the factorization, try factorization in your notebook in this manner. Okay, children? Okay. Now, when you observe factorization, you will see you have total 15 2's over here. 15, 1, 5. 15 2's are there. So, I need to make 3 groups, right? 3 groups I need to make. So, I took 5, 5 ka group. See, 5 2's here, 5 2's here, and 5 2's here. Okay, so when we have 5 2's, what is the multiplication of this 5 2's? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. It becomes 32. 5 2's, that is 2 raised to 5 is 32. So 32 into 32 into 32. So 32768 is actually 32 into 32 into 32, which is 32 ka cube. Okay, then cube root of 32768. This cube now goes over here, becomes cube root. Cube root of 32768 will be 32. Okay. Now after this, we have question number 2. Question number 2 is solved and given in the video. Okay. It is there in the video, following video. Kindly refer to the following video. The sums are similar to these cube root sums. Okay, go through the video, try all the sums in your notebook. Okay, and whatever sums are there about cube and cube roots in problem set, try those sums also in your notebook. So here we conclude the lesson indices and cube root, in which today we learned how to find cube roots of some numbers. Also we learned how to find cube root of negative numbers. Okay, and we found cube root of some other numbers, positive numbers. Before starting with this, we did a quick revision of yesterday, that is rules of indices, which we have already learned in 7th standard. And the basic thing is what is exponential form. These 2 slides, these 2 papers we did in the yesterday's lecture. Okay, now see you all children. See that you practice both the exercises properly in your notebook. You can refer to the slides or the pages which I showed you today and complete the lesson accordingly. God bless you and see you.